Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the guide. Welcome back to the guide and welcome to the ultimate wither strategy. Today I'm going to show you how to beat the boss nice and easy. But first, we all know it. We're so proud. We all love it. We're so excited. Ecstatic even. The big one, the kahuna itself, 500. In honor of episode, day number 500, Bonzo, our sweet best friend over here, has planned the biggest bash in the entire world. But Bonzo is strict, very, very strict with appointments. We need to be on time. If we show up even a little bit late, well, we'll put it this way, Bonzo's not going to be smiling very much anymore, to say the least. This artist rendition, very high quality, much expensive right here, is basically a picture of what I looked like in between episodes this time. It was me basically pondering, thinking the meaning of life, existence, the point of it all, and more specifically, what we should do today, in this episode. You see right now, as I walk around to the base and talk, it's a race against the clock. Time is ticking right now. It's day number 495. What in the world could I do in 4 days? I could probably build a new villager house. I could finally build that pedal machine everybody's been wanting me to build. Harvest the farm, yeah, I could finally do that too. But eventually, after a little bit of pondering, it hit me. The perfect way to close out the first 500 days? Well, of course, it's the other boss. Obviously. Aha! From the looks of the storage building over here, we've kind of got the whole situation under control. When it comes to supplies for this little trick that we're going to pull off, all we really need. Well, step number 1, go off into the nether and farm wither skeleton skulls. More on that in this episode. Step number 2, go into the nether and farm up 4 pieces of soul sand. And take a guess, how do you think it's done? After that, then this is very important to this step right here very clearly. Look around inside of your storage building and organize the inventory because you're running out of time and it's just driving you crazy. You won't be able to focus and talk about it. You got to organize the inventory, get it in order. Aha, and yes, finally, last but not least, we need a couple of building blocks. Technically 4, we'll bring a little bit more. Truly, I wouldn't be able to tell you the final time, the last time, most recently, that I took on the wither in the fully 100% legit way. I mean, look, there's a little warning here for you. This method, as soon as you take it on, it is going to change your experience forever. And you'll never be able to do it the way you're meant to do it again. So warning. Sliding over to our currently super humble nether hub up above us, all I can see is bedrock. The number one thing that we need to execute this method flawlessly today is going to be the perfect location. By location, I'm talking a solid 3x3 square of bedrock. We could potentially find it up here in the nether, actually. I just have to get lucky. Fun fact, peep this. You see this Smite 5 sword? Just go with it. Well, actually, did you know that Smite is ideal for taking out the wither? It'll deal more damage than sharpness. But for this method, you don't need that Smite sword. You don't need that armor. And heck, technically, you don't even need a bow with the best bow enchantment infinity on it. You just need that sweet location. So, all the way back over here at Spawn Sweet Spawn, I have a small task, a quest. I can't really remember the coordinates. Look, I'm sure I have it written down inside of my diary. That's not a diary at all, but Stronghold, the sweet Stronghold. Funnily enough, in my recent evacuation of the Cherry Grove base for this very project right here, I've actually got some maps in frames on the wall. Those very maps would have led me straight over to the stronghold itself, but I think off of memory, I'll be able to figure it out. Back to that location thing for a minute, the 3x3 square of bedrock. You might be in shock, complete awe, to find out just where we're headed next for that bedrock square. The other option that you have, guaranteed 100% every single world has it, a solid 3x3 of bedrock. It can actually be located inside of the end. Front and center, inside of the end. Stronghold, sweet stronghold. You know, I'm curious, with where we've settled over in the Cherry Blossom, we had started looking for the stronghold all the way back from Spawn Sweet Spawn, but the Cherry Blossom was like 2,000 blocks away. Knowing a little bit about how strongholds generate and like ring formations, everything like that, I wonder if we maybe have a different stronghold closer to the Cherry Blossom base. I mean, yes, Kevin, it's not going to have that beautiful skeleton spawner that we found inside of the stronghold. That's amazing, but it might actually end up being closer, so we could do like an easier tunnel, hallway, or road, or something like that. Somewhere off into the sunset over here in this ocean, I swear, I built a pillar all the way up to the surface. I should be able to swim down that pillar and find the stronghold. Aha! What do my eyes see? They don't deceive me. The pillar I was literally just talking about. I knew it, I called it. I'm the smartest man in this entire world. That right there. That's where we're headed next. Ah, yes, stronghold. Sweet stronghold has been far too long. Oh, I forgot about all that too. That's coming home with me. I can't believe this, actually. I completely, entirely forgot about it. I mean, it makes sense now that I'm here. All the memories come rushing back to me. The bows. Why did I save those? I don't remember. But I swear, inside of the libraries, inside of here too, and just maybe inside of the structure in general, I definitely remember leaving loot and saying, hey, look, I'm not gonna forget it. I'm gonna be right back. Like a father going off to the store. I will be right back for you. I'm not gonna forget about you. Nothing like that. I'm gonna come right back for you. Oh, wow. That's the boots I was looking for forever. This is so good. You gotta love it. You gotta love a solid stronghold that a lad forgot about completely. Probably in the upstairs chest, I assume. The same situation happened. I must have left all of the Alright, well, a similar situation. I probably took the enchanted books this time. But look at all those books, and a lot of them have enchantments too. That's so cool. Speaking of so cool, we've got the Wither, one of the 3 current Minecraft bosses, and also probably the most dangerous one too. The Wither is made up of 3 skeleton skulls, the main head being the main head, and then the 2 on the side, those being the other heads. Now in survival, on both Minecraft Java and Bedrock, this thing is very, very bad. Bedrock Edition, you actually got it even worse. In the future, once my armor is good and healed up, yeah, we're gonna go with it. That's the entire reason we're not doing it the legit way. Yeah, well, in the future, we'll experience all of the madness of shooting skulls, dangerous up-close attacks, and everything like that. The Wither is a dangerous mob. You need to be careful with it. If you set this thing free in your world, it can and will destroy your entire world other than Bedrock until there's literally nothing else to blow up. It's dangerous. And that's not even factoring in the Wither Storm either. So instead, if we could say find a location inside of our world where we could control every single variable, remove any and all unpredictability-ness from the fight, well, that would make things a whole lot safer, easier, and probably better. Oh, no way, that's right. I remember now too. We have you trapped sitting here waiting for anything, any action. I'm gonna have to maybe come back here for sure and just make a base no matter what. Even if I can find a closer stronghold, it's not as dear and close to my heart as this one. It's treated me beautifully. Anyways, next, it's off to the end. Bedrock platforms. We're looking for a platform that is 3x3. We're looking for a platform that is 3x3. Do you know of any? Quick, think. This is just like Dora. It's just like Dora. I'm gonna ask you an insanely easy question and give you time to think about it, and boom, bingo. 3x3 platform in the middle of the end, right here. This little thing, the old exit portal. If I were to jump through that right now, I go all the way back to my base. If I were to say, take my pickaxe, go to one of the sides and start making a staircase right now, I would eventually hit the bottom of this platform. And that's it. And that's the first move here today. We're going to pick a side of this platform, any side, it doesn't matter. We're going to make a staircase down here. The goal is to get underneath this platform. We want to make a room that is 3 blocks tall, all the way underneath this thing. Once we get a little bit lower down and start digging out, we're going to find out that it's a circle. We've been lied to this entire time. Circles are everywhere inside of Minecraft, including inside of the end. The circle is basically what we want to make our room. We're going to make a square down below the circle to kick everything off for this big bad boss fight. Anyways here, after just a little bit of digging later, eventually I'm going to clear out a room that looks a little bit something like this right here. This 5x5, 3 blocks tall, directly centered underneath the exit way to Minecraft's most boring needs an update dimension of all time. So next up, temp block right here. And because we dug this room 5x5, 3 blocks tall, we could pretty easily locate dead center underneath this exit portal right here. Temporary block right there, permanent block right there, at least for now. Then we're going to go ahead and put 3 more just like that, and then these temp blocks, we go ahead and get rid of them. This little fool over here, even though he's completely frozen in time, we can still find out that, wow, it's tall. It's a really, really tall mob, and actually, it even floats off of the ground, making it even taller, too. The Wither Skeleton. Hey, boss. The Wither boss is a very tall, large mob. The Wither boss, if we take a look at the hitbox, is a very strange hitbox. This is one of the weirdest hitboxes of all time, but we can see that the hitbox goes from the ground all the way up to where the head ends. If we say, got this hitbox stuck in something, and the eyes, where it's like other skulls shoot from, well, that would minimize all potential damages that could be damaged. A little bit more specifically, statistically, the Wither's hitbox is 3 solid blocks tall. Inside of our little world over here with this T on the ground, built out of literally any building block in the world, doesn't really matter at all. We're going to go ahead and overlap it with a little bit of soul sand. Taking a step back from our contraption for a second and look at the portal and how it's made up in general, we've got bedrock going straight down from the top all the way to the bottom. If those portals weren't there, we'd find out that it's all bedrock literally everywhere. That's gonna mean if we took a tall mob, like say the Wither, and made it pop up and stand into life right dead center, well, the body, the lower part is going to be exposed, but the head, well, I hate to say it, but love to say it at the same time, the head is going to be trapped inside of this pillar, and it literally won't be able to do anything. The ranged attack, it's only going to hit itself, and then anything else, like movement or flying, nothing like that, it's literally impossible. Alright, so basically the final thing that we need to do before we properly summon in the Wither is make sure we have a good exit staircase, like just in case anything happens. I promise, nothing's gonna happen, no. But always, absolutely set yourself up a staircase so you can get up and down, because after you summon this Wither friend in, well, after you place Skull 1, Skull 2, and Skull 3 in the middle, it's gonna explode eventually, and you don't want to be close. The explosion damage could definitely hurt you. Inventory, we want to get it in order right here. The armor, it's coming off. I'm a brave, bold man. I don't need any piece of armor at all. It's garbage. On the hotbar, I just need to make sure I have my sword. That's all I need. For this operation, it could literally be a wooden sword. It doesn't matter. Ayo, real quick, if you've been enjoying this episode or the series in general, let me know by tapping like. Helps out huge time. According to none other than the devs themselves, they have this whole theory with Minecraft where if your world is going to be destroyed, it needs to be your fault. So no like natural tornado disaster or nothing like that. The Wither, this demonic demon, could absolutely destroy your world if you set it free, so you need to decide to... Oh, well, you need to decide to put it in. As soon as you put that third skull on the Wither right there, it's going to pop into your world and load in up at the top. Watch it, it's exploding, or like flashing, like it's going to explode, and then sure enough, it explodes right there. I was a little too close, took some damage. That's going to be the only damage I'm going to take in this fight right here, other than apparently my ears. That is so loud. Hostile creatures. It's got to be hostile creatures. Oh, okay. Of course, logically, no. It's going to be loud. It's going to be really, really loud. But anyways, check this out. The Wither right now currently is throwing a fit. It doesn't like what's going on. It's shooting its head, but apparently it doesn't realize it's trapped. Right now, this not so big, not so bad Wither is taking damage from both itself and also a little bit of suffocation damage from the bedrock too. So right now, at this point in the fight, all I really do technically have to do is stand around. Eventually, the Wither's going to lower its health quite a bit. But the Wither, it's a whimsical, magical being. If you notice what's happening, the bar bounces around a little bit. Yeah, it also is kind of like regenerating its own health as well. Perhaps to speed the process up, I could just jump in here with my smite sword and look at how much health goes away. A couple more crits on this boy right here, and it's going to be gone to history. You don't even remember that it happened. The easiest way to take out the Wither? Well, I mean, that was so easy. I didn't even need armor. Now, look, it's not that I'm afraid of the Enderman or nothing like that, but the armor is going to go back on, and this item right here, this powerful little item, that is the ticket, the gateway to pure success and beautiful beacons inside of your world. Of course, you probably already knew that, looking up a video how to take out the Wither easily and safely, but yeah. So this portal, this little handy thing right here is by far the easiest thing that is guaranteed in every world that you could find quickly to take out the Wither. All you need is a couple extra blocks and the stuff to summon it in. And you know, thinking about it now, technically, you don't even need the extra blocks. You could probably just dig them out when you're over here inside of the end too. Just put endstone there, it literally doesn't matter. Now look, you're probably gonna call me a little bit crazy for this. I'm running out of time, need to finish before day 500, I know, but also while I'm here, I might as well. There's Enderman all over the place. I could maybe get myself up to level 30 and also get a couple handy pearls in the process too. After all, I've got looting 3 now. 3, 2, 1, let's do this, baby. One solid stack of ender pearls later, and my friends, I think it's time we head back home sweet home. The base has been too long. It's only been a matter of days, but it's been far too long. Feels good to be back. Alright, so back over at home sweet home with this nether star, we can take a look at what it's really meant for. The main thing, the sole thing, the only thing that you can do with the nether star inside of Minecraft survival is turn that baby into a beautiful beacon. Now, a beacon is a very interesting block. There are so many different things you can do with it. We'll talk a whole lot more about beacons very, very soon here, but long story short, it'll give us like different types of buffs while we're within its activation range. For everything to know about the beacon right now, this second, including some things I guarantee you didn't know. Well, for that, check out the Everything series episode, card on screen. A little fun fact about the beacon though, check this out. I mine it with a pickaxe, efficiency 5, and it's like decently fast. I mine it with my hand right here. It's decently just as fast. The tool to mine the beacon is literally nothing. You can mine it with your hand. Mining a beacon with your pickaxe is actually going to cause double the durability damage to your pickaxe, so maybe don't. And so just like that, day number 500, we've done it. The Wither, Minecraft's most dangerous, most baddest boss of all time. We have not only obtained it, but we've taken it out. Next step is build a beacon and max it out. Now for today's comment of the day here, I would like to talk about the version of the game that I'm playing on right now. Minecraft 1.20.1. You see, Minecraft 1.20.2 has been out for a long time and has some really nice diamond buffs. 1.20.3, it's a little bit more recent, and 1.20.4, it's literally like basically brand new. I haven't updated the world because of one big reason, and that reason, it begins with an O and ends with Optifine. Optifine's been like on a little bit of a delay for a while now and hasn't been fully updated for any of the newer versions. I personally feel like Optifine adds a whole lot of value to the episodes and, like, you know, different shots, everything like that, so that's why we're still on the old version of the game. Hopefully Optifine will end up updating soon, and then eventually, once it does, I'm gonna update the game and find some sweet diamonds. Legit, I still cannot believe that we actually have so many enchanted books that I fully forgot about. That's maybe like the best thing of the entire episode. Anyways, if you enjoyed today's episode, do me a huge favor and tap a like on this video right now. And subscribe for more episodes too. I definitely plan on taking on the Wither in a more like fully legit, non-cheaty way a little bit later on. And when we do, we'll talk about its different attacks and everything like that. Anyways, big special coming next episode. For early access to every episode, check out my Patreon, link below. For world downloads after big milestones, channel members tap join for more. Patron gang, Pixie Phantom, Clay S, Nick C, Arlo, aka Bobby, MinecraftMojo.com, Steve M, Skelly Wampus, and CK. Thank you all so much. Goodbye, everybody. I'll see you next time.